Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of DNAnime's podcast. How is everybody doing today? Today we'll be speaking about this season's anime. We'll be talking about what we watched, what we didn't get to watch, and then we will be continuing on and talking about what we are excited to watch in this upcoming season. And that is the plan.
I'm so excited. There's so much good shit on the horizon. I am so fucking excited for all the incredible anime that we get to watch. One, because I ain't been watching a lot of anime recently because I'm old and tired and got a full-time job and I stream all the time and I'm old. So I'm going to make a point. I'm signing a contract with myself and I'm making a point to try to watch as much anime from this season as I can so that we can do like a mid-season, what would this be, like spring season of anime? Do like a little mid-sit rep where we can kind of sit down and discuss what anime we were watching, what we enjoy, what we dropped, what we kept going on with, what we excited for to get some more seasons in the future. So this will be kind of like a little pre-show, a little taste, a little adore. Wait, adore? No, hors d'oeuvre. That's what I'm trying to say. Hors d'oeuvre, a little snacky of what we got coming on in the season. There's a bunch of returning anime that's coming back. There's a bunch of new anime that's to get hyped for. I'm just going to say it right now. Maybe this might be a little spoiler. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but Kaiju number 8, I'm so fucking hyped for. I'm so excited.
I love
Kaiju number 8.
I can't wait for
Streaming
it.
exclusively on Twitter.
Wait, what?
It's not exclusive on Twitter. I'm lying.
I was like, wait a minute. What, did you hear something I didn't?
No, but it is streaming on Twitter. I did get that little detail. Call this a DNAnime exclusive. It'll be the first anime that's going to be streaming on Twitter, but it's not exclusive. It'll still be on Crunchyroll as well.
It's so weird.
I don't know.
I wouldn't have expected.
That is very weird.
Twitter to have anything.
I think that they're really trying to push like long form content, and they just somehow got to deal with Kaiju number 8. So I don't fucking know. But yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess if they had to grab something, that's a pretty good one. So,
that's a good one. They couldn't get so low level, so they got Kaiju number 8.
I don't know how many people are going to go to Twitter over literally anything else, but there we go. I guess.
I mean, shit, I ain't going to Twitter. Dude, I'm
not going to go to Twitter for watching my anime.
Exactly. But I swear, Twitter, every single day that I'm on Twitter, it gets worse and worse and worse for me. And I'm just like, why am I even on this godforsaken website?
Sucks.
I all I wanted to watch was have artists draw anime titties and then follow up with the content creators of anime that I wanted to watch. That was it.
It's not enough. Twitter. It's not enough.
But everything is borked now. And I'm just seeing like all kind of insane shit.
The downward spiral of Twitter.
The spiral spiral. Yes, it's terrible. But anyway, we ain't talking about Twitter. We getting hyped about new anime.
New anime, yeah.
Yeah,
continuations of old anime.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of continuation this season. I mean, most of the big anime that everybody are excited for are continuations because we have Konosuba, we have Demon Slayer, we have That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, aka just Slime. Most people just call it Slime. What do you call it?
I just call it Slime.
I call it Slime.
If it's to somebody who I feel like might know what it is by just saying Slime, I will just say Slime. If it's to somebody that I'm almost certain doesn't know what it is, I will say the whole thing.
I probably should, but I mean, I can't sit down here and say Tensei Shitari Slime Daka third season.
If they got a Japanese name that's like 7 books long and an epilogue, I'm not learning it.
So you're not a light novel fan?
My favorite series, Danmachi, theirs is the same fucking way. It is Danmachi. That is it.
Wait, what's Danmachi's Japanese title?
Long AF.
Because I know is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Yeah. All right.
And then they just gave me the kanji version. Let me see. Danmachi. Long as fuck. There's so many anime titles. Okay, it's Dungeon Need Dio Monto Moru no wa Machigatoro Daruka.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't fucking know. Do you know what that is? Are you a fucking dork?
I speak fluent that fucking title. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Yeah, no, we speak American around here. But no, like, again, I normally shorten it down. 1, because I'm lazy. 2, because it's just easier. But yeah, it's funny because we have a couple of, I don't know if we have a couple. I know that there's another Slime Isekai show. I don't remember what it is, and it's being fucking.
There's a couple.
There are a couple because I know there's one other one.
They're not like in the same vein as Slime is. There is. I reached max level after 300 years after farming level 1 slimes or something like that, and that one is like it's kind of an isekai, but like not really. And then there is the most recent one. In fact, this last season, the weakest tamer began her journey by picking up trash. She had a slime. She had a unique slime. So that one's like kind of an isekai, but it's like it's super weird. If you've ever seen like Kino's Magical Journey or something, it's kind of like that, where it's more episodic but is still somewhat connected. It's like that, but the character got reincarnated, but she doesn't just have her memories. She can speak to her past self. So she like her past self will like chime in and then speak to the character, and then they'll like learn that way. But I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
All right, I can't wait for the episode where the past self just goes, Takai Otosan. Takai.
No, there's none of that. She's 9. So.
Oh,
my
Lord.
Isekai life, by the grace of the gods. Okay, that one is a slime one, and it was, for how chill it was supposed to be, I really enjoyed watching it. It was like this guy, the whole thing is about him building a laundromat with slimes, and he starts by growing up in out in the woods after being isekai'd, and then he gets different kinds of slimes, and each different slime has like a different thing that it will consume, and then he uses the different like types of slimes to clean clothes, and and then he ends up doing like a bunch of cleaning stuff where like the brown ones will just eat trash as a whole, or just dirt, and then there's like clear ones that will disinfect, and then they get like steel ones that will iron or roll out the whatever the fuck.
Anime, man.
And it was like interesting. I was like, I don't know why I watched this. And the opening for it was like pretty good. I was like, okay.
I've actually never heard of this. Well, man, check it out.
What was the other one? My Isekai Life? I didn't watch that one, I don't think. Actually, if it's the one I'm thinking of, then I think I dropped it.
But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of stuff that's coming up. But yeah, no, like when you say slime in regards to anime, you're thinking of the time I got reincarnated of a slime. Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'm excited and hyped for the next season. I'm actually behind. I started season 2. I love slime. I enjoy it. But like I said, I'm old, so I've been missing out stuff. So I want to catch up, watch season 3 as it's coming out, so I can keep
Slime's
up with it.
got a movie now too.
Oh, really?
I think so. I haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure that they have one.
I've been really enjoying the fact that a lot of the anime movies are coming out in theaters.
Oh yeah,
it's always fun going out to theaters and just watching some anime movies. I watch.
Pretty nice. I haven't had any disruptive people come to my theaters yet, so that's been a boon. I haven't watched too many anime in theaters because I am worried that is going to be a thing, and then it will just like sour the experience. But like, I haven't had that issue, but I've only seen a couple.
Yeah, that was my major thing. It's like either somebody being disruptive, trying to be like, hey, I'm funny or whatever, or just being smelly. Those are my 2 biggest things. Was just like, I'll go here and smell like whole ass.
Yeah.
But luckily, had a lot of good experiences. I watched all the Dragon Ball Z. I watched Broly and Superhero in theaters, as well as Demon or Mugen Train or whatever in theaters as well. And it's fun watching it with anime fans because
the whole room gets hype with you.
Yeah. Whenever some hype shit is going on, it's popping the fuck off, and it's fucking sick. I love it. I love it so much. So it's been a blast so far.
And then like the whole theater falls silent in the tense moments, and it's like,
yeah,
it's just like all quiet.
It's been so much fun. So I think the next movie is the Demon Slayer season 4 beginning or whatever they turned into a film.
Hashira training arc.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to do theaters. They're doing the same thing though, I'm pretty sure, where the movie will just blend into the season. So if you don't watch the movie, you're still gonna see the movie if you just watch the season.
I hate that they did that, but whatever.
I mean, I'm iffy on it because it's like, I want them to do that for the movie, but if you don't have the opportunity to go watch the movie, then the next season starts and you're just lost. Yeah. But if you incorporated it at the beginning, then it's like people who did watch the movie is like, oh, now I got 3 episodes that I don't care about. So
I mean, that's pretty much happened with the Mugen Train arc, where I was just like, all right, you got the first episode, because they said there was like, oh, it's going to be additional stuff. I was like, all right, sick. You know,
and it
get
looked
more
exactly
cool
the
stuff.
same.
And the whole fucking season is just a movie split into chunks. And then the first episode of season 2 or whatever it was what Tengen was doing before he got on the train, which was great. You know, I got to see some more of him. Or not Tengen, sorry, fucking Flame Monster was his name. Rengoku.
He was on your Anime 6. How could you forget Rengoku?
I love Rengoku, but I'm also old and I forget stuff. But no, Rengoku's sick, and I love the little extra bit that we got with him with his mission right before he met up with Tanjiro and all them before they got on the train. So it was cool getting to see more of that, but I wish they added in some more, because after that episode, it was literally just the movie. Which the movie was sick and it was fun to watch it again, but then waiting week after week after week for it, I'm just like, ah. So pretty much what I did is I just watched the first episode, I rewatched the film, and then I just waited for the new the new stuff to come out after that. And that was pretty much what I did.
I hate when they have premiere episodes for some things, and then my anime list, not like the website my anime list, but mine, the one I use, Anime Planet, they will update it so that the 3 episodes or whatever that have premiered are like you could mark as watched. So I spend like so long trying to find where the episodes are, and I'm like, where are the episodes? How are people watching the first 3 episodes of this anime that's not even out yet? Them damn premieres.
Yeah, over there, the scooping it up. Everybody being lucky and early.
My Ancient Mage's Bride did that, but I did get to watch the premieres because it was at Anime Expo, and I got in, which is actually a fun story because I actually had to do it by myself. And if I wasn't by myself, which is I was like bummed I had to go by myself, but if I wasn't by myself, I wouldn't have got to go see it. But they showcased 2 episodes, and the 2 episodes, like you don't get to pick on the tracker website which episodes you've seen. So they marked that there was 2 episodes, and I was like, oh yeah, that was me. I watched those. But the first 2 episodes were not those. So I was like, wait. So like I had to wait until like episode 6, and then I had to not track it for 2 weeks, and then keep going. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah, they did that with me with Fate. I think Fate Unlimited Blade Works. They showed it at MomoCon or Anime Week in Atlanta, here in Atlanta. And so I watched it. I was like, oh, this is really cool. I like Fate. This looks fucking hype as shit. But I think it was like episode like 6 and 7 or something like that.
Yeah, they just showcased the good part.
Yeah, they showcased the good part with Kaiju Tang and all the cool shit he was doing as Archer. And I was just like, this is sick. And they were like, yeah, this is like episode 8 and 9. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. But I sat down and watched them because I was like, hey, I'm here. What else am I going to do?
Yeah.
Other than take a bunch of photos of people in cosplay. But yeah.
That's what you do at conventions.
I mean,
you either are the cosplayer or you're getting your picture or you're taking pictures.
Dude, I didn't realize. So one year I did cosplay. I cosplayed as Toby from Roots. No, I'm just joking. Toby from Naruto. And I just did it for fun because I love Naruto. And I was like, it'd be cool to wear the mask. And instead of having like, you know, the spoiler alert, Obito's hair, instead I had my afro sticking out the top of the mask. So I just went around in my Katsuki robe and I was Toby. And then people would stop me and were like, hey, Toby. Because I had like the whole like ninja fit with like the little fishnet top part or whatever. You know, had my cleavage all out for all the boys and girls. And I was joking. But, you know, and I had like the stupid Naruto like ninja sandals and all that shit. Like I was all decked out. It was awesome. And people would stop me and be like, oh, I want to take a photo. I want to take a photo. And you feel like a little mini celebrity for the day.
Yeah, it feels good.
Like, now I understand it.
I used to, my first couple cosplays when I was like when I was in pretty good shape, I would always do like extra for my poses. So like one time I went to, it was MomoCon, but I went as Meliodas. And they had a 7 Deadly Sins meetup, but it was outside. First of all, it was 10 million degrees outside. And so it was super hot. And so we went to this meetup, and it like we literally had to move the meetup because it was too hot to have where we were at. So we moved it over to like this forested area, and a lot of the people who wanted their pictures taken, I was getting my picture taken while I was like hanging from the tree. So I was like upside down in the tree, and I was like, this is the kind of goofy that Meliodas would do. So I was like, I will do it.
The tree branch broke, and that's how you broke your collarbone and your nose and your ear.
I actually didn't get any pictures because the person who was supposed to take my pictures didn't want to be outside when it was hot. So I just had.
Oh my!
I know. I was like, really? Are you guys serious? I missed the whole thing, so I don't. And I was like, they told me that there was going to be an online like gallery for it, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I'll just grab it from that. Never told me where it was at, and I could never find it. So
Damn.
somewhere out there are pictures of me hanging from a tree at MomoCon as Meliodas, but I don't have them.
Of his own free will, y'all.
I was on my own free will. My own free will. I chose to do that. Everyone else was like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, "Cause it's fun."
Cause it's fun. But yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of anime to talk about today. I'm going kind of just gonna go down the list. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna profit this question to you. We're doing our own Q&A. Vix, what are you looking forward to on this upcoming season of anime for the spring season?
Definitely Slime. We were talking about Slime for sure. Demon Slayer. I've already read through all of Demon Slayer, so I kind of have an idea of what's coming up. Demon Slayer, super excited about. This is, well, this next season is probably going to be pretty tame comparatively, but it is a setup for the next season, which is going to be absolutely crazy. Definitely Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 is going to be like must watch every week. What else is there? There was Konosuba. I think I actually didn't see the second season, so I need to go back and watch the second season. But
Same, dude.
I do really like Konosuba, so I'm going to go back and watch that. I actually watched the first episode of a couple of ones, and Windbreakers kind of caught me by surprise. I knew it was going to be like fine, but I was really invested in it. So that was one I was like, okay, I can totally get like behind this. I'm down. So that was one that kind of caught me by surprise.
So I'm actually excited about that because I want to talk about Windbreakers. I haven't watched anything of Windbreakers. I saw like the trailer randomly on YouTube, and I was just like, "Is this like another manhwa adaptation into anime?" Because it kind of reminded me of like Soul Level and everything. I don't know anything about it, but I was like, it looks cool as hell.
Yeah, me too. I was like, I didn't even know. I literally only picked it because the thumbnail was cool. I was like, right,
I mean, I'm staring at it right now. It looks like Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo
yeah,
Revengers
I was like, the first season of Tokyo
joking.
Revengers was good. Don't fuck it up, Windbreakers.
No, I haven't watched Tokyo Revengers, so I'm not gonna shit on it. I just hear people's opinions about it. I need to sit down and watch it. I just don't understand why everybody has the fucking mid-aughts tribal tattoos. I was like, those tattoos look terrible. But is it not worth getting invested in watching Tokyo Revengers?
I mean, if they had kept the same quality that like the first season was, then yeah. But the main character is like not super likable. He's just a dude, but he's like a baby. He just like cries all the time. He himself does literally nothing but get the shit kicked out of him. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess he does it tactically, so his objective keeps working out, but he himself doesn't actually do anything. For the most part, if he wasn't there, then it would probably turn out similarly with just about anybody else in his position. There's nothing unique about him. Damn. And I was like, fine, he's all right. And then I was gonna watch the second season, and when it came out, I was like, never mind. It was the first season was really good though. So.
Well, that sucks because I remember when it came out. I feel like that was like the hypeness. I feel like a couple of anime came out like that where it started off very, very, very strong and very, very hype. Like everybody was talking about it. I feel like Tokyo Revengers was one of them. Fucking Darling and Franks was another one. Wonder Egg Priority was another one. Like I heard everybody talking about these anime. Everybody was super duper excited, and then for whatever reason, at some point, just one episode and the rest of the season, the finale, just kind of like, boo, just fell off a goddamn cliff.
Yeah, I think Darling in the Franxx, I think it was the last episode. I think the finale was bad. I didn't watch it, but I think it was the finale that they marked as like the bad episode. Wonder Egg Priority, I really only heard good things about it sporadically. So it wasn't anything that really pulled me because it was like, oh yeah, this one thing was cool. And then like 3 weeks later, it'd be like, okay, this other thing was pretty cool. And I mean, stuff like that.
The reason why I bring that up is that there's a lot of good stuff happening this season. So hopefully it'll stay good. Hopefully the things that I'm excited for. I mean, literally you named out the main ones. I mean, we got Slime, we got Konosuba, you got Kaiju number 8. We got Windbreakers, who apparently is really good. Spice and Wolf. Like, there's a bunch of good stuff this season, and I'm gonna try to watch as much as I possibly can.
I'm gonna miss Spice and Wolf. I didn't get to see the first seasons, so it's just like I can't add 3 seasons to my watch list to catch up. There's no way.
Well, that's what I'm trying to understand. It's like, is it a remake? Is it a remake or is it a continuation?
I think it's a continuation. I don't think it's
The
a remake.
Spice Wolf is old as shit, ain't it? Like I
You're
remember
standing on
Spice
a
Wolf
tree,
back in the
and
day.
I was standing on the branch. I don't know. Is that the image?
But yeah, I'm trying to see what else we got on this list that might be exciting. I mean, I didn't watch Data Live. I heard good things from everybody in the community that Data Live was good, but it's season 5, so kind of like you with Spice Wolf. Like I don't know if I'm able to catch up.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Data Live way off my radar. Every time it comes out, I'm like, damn, I wish I had seen the first season. It's too far. It's too far along. I can't do it. I want to, can't do it. It's too long. Oh, it's no One Piece though.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not that damn long. But yeah, so this next season, something that I've been looking forward to, or that I'm excited for, that I'm hoping is going to be good. Again, we got our resident anime expert Nova, who's always around, dropping some nuggets of wisdom. But it's Remonster. I don't know how good Remonster is going to be. It's kind of like my dark pick of the season.
Actually, the first episode of Remonster was like,
did you watch it?
Really fucking good.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I went in same as you. I have no information other than Nova being like, "Hey, it's good." I'm like, "Okay, if you say so," because the thumbnail is dumb as hell. So I was like, "Okay." On the back, because this is how I got into Shangri-La, was Nova's one-off recommendation, and Shangri-La was really good, and he pushes on 100 and Shangri-La and now Remonster, and I'm like, he hasn't missed yet. So I mean, Remonster's first episode is like it feels very unique. So I'm very excited to see it continue.
Since you've seen it, break down a synopsis of the first episode for me and for all the listeners out there. So I haven't watched anything from the season yet. So
based off the first episode, it is like similar to Slime in the way where the guy is reincarnated as a monster, but he's reincarnated as a goblin, and then the goblin like clan, they can level up by doing things, but generally they don't have the intelligence to like do the stuff. But the main guy, he kind of like ropes in a couple of people, and then they hunt, and he levels up like that, and so they can evolve by doing hunting, and he has an ability that lets him grow like progressively faster. It's like Slime's gluttony. It's almost the same thing, except for instead of just absorbing people, he actually eats it. And that's pretty much what it has been, is just like him gearing up for the most part to like really showcase. But they showed the evolution, and they showed like what he can do, and what they kind of set a baseline for what can happen in the series. So you kind of just get a good look at what the reincarnation is capable of. We haven't seen anything outside of the like Goblin Clan yet, aside from like their prey or whatever. But I think they're setting up to kind of showcase, maybe looking at adventurers and other things.
Okay. Wait, adventurers like eating them?
Well, they're going to be hunting them because they're goblins. So
true and real. I played Baldur's Gate. I know what goblins do.
But they don't look like those goblins. They don't look like they look like just small people, really.
I mean, yeah, and green, small green people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say that's one on my radar that I am very, very excited to just check out. And I mean, it's good to hear that the first episode is good so far, because again, I don't know how many Isekai. I haven't really looked through and counted them all. Obviously, Isekai is a new hotness, right? Like every season, there's always a plethora of Isekai to watch, where somebody dies and gets reincarnated as something, a sword, a refrigerator, a brand new blender, whatever the fuck.
Anybody reincarnated as an item this season?
But you know,
this year, I don't see anything.
I do love Isekai. Like I do. It's fun, man. The whole like power fantasy of dying and being reincarnated in this fantasy world where you have the power to become the main character and do a bunch of cool stuff. Will it get old? I don't know. I know a lot of people suffer from Isekai burnout. I haven't hit that point, but then also at the same time, I don't watch everything that comes out. I just normally watch it. I think it's good.
Isekai will really get old. It will just be the ones that don't do it right, because there's probably a lot of tolerance for it right now, where it's just like, oh yeah, they just have the ability to like reincarnate or whatever. But the ones that do it well, I don't think they will get bad. I don't think they'll be like, oh, this again. Like if Slime were to come out, it would still be good. Jobless Reincarnation, it actually is one of the older isekais, and everybody loves it. Well, almost everybody. There's a few things in it that some people are just like immediately put off by, but
Well, I mean,
you gotta kind of be like, it's an anime. It's not.
He's still carrying around them draws, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think really the ones that are straight up just like I got reincarnated, so now I'm the best person ever. Those ones will get old. I'm already tired of them. That's so dumb. Like, give me a reason. Why are you the best person ever? Because you're mega strong? You just lucked into being OP? Can you at least make that interesting? Because some of them that are like, they are like that, but they're still interesting in the way that they are like super strong. The wrong way to use healing magic was like, is technically like that, where the guy is not really overpowered, but the thing he gets is really overpowered. But they actively show him training to make it good. So the only reason that it is super good is because he did it. He did it on his own. They didn't like off screen him or anything and then him just show up and like, oh, I'm amazing now. No, we saw him do it. And that's what Jobless Reincarnation does really well, is they show Rudeus. We know exactly how he got so strong. He has a massive magic capacity, but we know why. It's because he's been training since he was like 3. The only like Isekai aspect, or like the reincarnation aspect, is that he maintained his memories enough to allow him to train early.
Yeah. I mean, that's the cool thing about Mushoku Tensei that I thought was unique about it, which I really liked about it, which is why I'm excited for the 3rd season coming out shortly, is because we got to see, and I'm sure there's other Isekai that are like that, where you get to see the main character grow up from a child. Like, that was refreshing for me.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't reincarnated as a high school student or whatever. He was just like, yeah, I'm high school. I got this overpowered, broken ability. I'm going to be the hero the world needs or whatever. Like, it was fun watching Rudeus be a baby and then watching him grow.
I like that aspect way more than him just like annihilating people. I like watching them train. And you know what? You know what other anime did that you're probably not going to expect me? Air Gear fucking did it.
Yeah.
Air Gear did it, but it wasn't an Isekai, but Air Gear did it. They also showed, well, they kind of off-screened him.
Iki didn't die and go to Rollerblade Fantasy World.
They off-screened him a little bit, and then like, well, actually it wasn't the main guy. It was one of the other 7 that was like the prodigy. Nobody thought he was doing anything, but then we found evidence that he was doing things like off screen. So even though we didn't watch him train, we knew he was training. And they really give life to the characters when they have to work for it. When they fucking come in OP, like, come on, dude, just leave. I don't want you here.
It's so boring. Here. You stinking up the joint. But no, that's what I really liked about Mushoku Tensei, and that's why I'm so excited about it. Watching him learn the world, like, it was a lot of good world building. You got to see him like learn about the world that he's in, learn the language, train with magic, understand the fundamentals of how everything works. And you get to see that process of him going from baby to a toddler to like, you know, a young man, all the way to like a teenager, and him training all the way through. And he gets broken abilities like the demon eye and all the other shit, but he still is working and training it with everyone. And you get to see that journey. And I'm so excited. You know, now that we out of the ED arc,
and for the most part, that was pretty interesting too. It felt a little dragged out, but I mean, I still enjoyed it. So
I was in there rooting. I was like, "Get hard, get hard." I was rooting for my boy, but so I'm so hyped and so excited to see what season 3 holds in store for this new spring season.
Yeah, I have managed to not look up anything about the next season, so I have no idea what they're about to do. And
I have no clue.
I mean, if this is as good as like the last 2 seasons have been, I may end up looking up the manga and having to read my way all the way to the end and then be mad when I have to wait for the next chapter. So
see, I'm not gonna do that with anything else, but I might do it with Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling was just too good. I need more. I need more of it now.
Every so often there will be an anime that I'm like, I cannot wait till next week, and then I will just go grab the manga for that one and then just read it all the way to the end. That's how I started reading Naruto. I started reading Fairy Tail, 7 Deadly Sins, D. Gray Man, Dr. Stone. They were all like that. I was like, they're so good. I can't not keep looking. So
yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird because I'm the same way, but it's on the other end a little bit. Where it's like, man, I really enjoy this anime, but then the show either doesn't end or ends weird, like Tokyo Ghoul. because I love Tokyo Ghoul. Second season, Route 8 or whatever the fuck, kind of like, woo, goes down a little bit.
That was weird.
And it
I wasn't
ends.
even sure if I was watching the right show. Season 2, I was like, wait.
Yeah, it gets a little weird. So now I've been reading the manga, and the manga's fucking incredible. Again, kind of like off the back of your recommendation, because I was like, oh, well, I've heard that the manga is still good. So I was like, I want to read it. And you're like, yeah, the manga apparently stays good all the way through. And I was like, oh, okay, perfect. And I started reading it while I was at work, and it's fucking good as hell. So I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it thoroughly. I did it with One Punch Man, because One Punch Man, I really, really enjoyed the first season of anime. Again, animated amazingly. I love all the fights and everything like that with Studio Bones. But then the second season was done by, I think it was Studio, is it Period? I'm not even sure, but it's not the same animation studio. It's not as good. So I was like, well, I'm going to read the manga because it's done by Yusuke Murata, who's like one of the best mangakas in the motherfucking game. I love Aisha.
Let me just go over here now.
I'm just going to read it. Y'all making me into a fucking dork. If y'all animated season 2 better, I would be a fucking
We're supposed to be illiterate, but no, you gotta suck.
Yeah, so I've been reading One Punch Man. I've been trying to keep up because I do have the Shonen Jump app. So I've been keeping up with Kaiju number 8, which I'm excited to see that anime because that's coming out this season. I've been reading Sakamoto Days. I've been, what else am I caught up on? Tokyo Ghoul, JJK. I've been reading a bunch of shit, dude.
Everything that
Boruto.
I've actively been reading is still ongoing.
Yeah,
I haven't been reading any of the like anime that I'm watching, especially if I just like know that there's another season of it. Except for like Solo Leveling, because I was pretty sure that I was never going to get animated. And then the initial like Solo Leveling announcement was like 4 years ago or something, and it was an April Fool's joke.
What?
Yeah, and then they did the same thing with, Year sent it to me, the, what was it called? Oh, I can't remember.
Was it another manhwa?
It was another manhwa, and they did it in April Fool's joke, and I'm pretty sure they did this April Fool's joke before, because I remembered the thumbnail for it or the poster.
Why they gotta do that? Why they gotta trick us, man? We just anime fans just want to have good shit to watch. They play trickery on us. It's more shenanigans.
They don't get me with the No Game No Life season 2 anymore. They used to get me every year, and then I would find out and be like, I knew it.
But then, okay, so the thing is, like, you kind of gotta hold out hope because I never expected for Devil is a Part-Timer to get a second season. Now, granted, I think the second season, I guess, wasn't that great.
I think there was a legality reason that they couldn't continue
with McDonald's.
I think it was. I don't want to say it because I'm not sure if it's true or not, and I don't want to be, that guy's saying random bullshit. But it was not good. So not good
I still
stuff.
Watch it because I fucking love.
I'll pull a Kenshin and I'll just be like, don't support the original release.
Oh no!
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but if I can remember what it was, then I may end up having to go that route. But yeah.
Damn it!
What was it?
Damn it! That sucks. Well, again, I'm still glad that some stuff, is coming out. It gives us, at least a little fraction of hope whenever something new or something good comes out and you feel like it's dead in the water. I was like that for years with The Gray Man because it just stopped at like episode 51 or whatever, and I was just like, God damn it! So I'm trying to read it. I mean, I do it with Hajime no Ippo as well. I love Hajime no Ippo. I feel like we're not even talking about the current season anymore. We're just talking about anime.
Deviated,
hey man, that's what you get here, man.
Like each one connects to the old ones, and like this is why we're excited for it.
This is why we are excited for the new season because we are anime fans, and there's so much good animation,
and they're all in there. And some of them, they have had manga that have been like really good. So like I didn't expect the New Gate to get a series, so that's on my watch list. I actually lost it. Like the app I was using to read it got shut down, and then when I went to go find it again, it was like missing chapters. So I couldn't the section that I was in when I lost it is in the missing chapters section. So I can't either go back or forward because all of those are missing.
Damn. So it's the New Gate.
Yeah, the New Gate.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. There's a guy with a flaming sword and a bunch of like girls and dudes. Mm-hmm. Says the New Gate is an online life or death game with tens of thousands of players. So it's an MMO. Thanks to Shin, the most skilled veteran player, the other players will finally be released from the game. Shin killed last boss. So wait, does it start like?
No, it's not like SAO. It starts more like Overlord, where he just kind of wakes up and he's in the game.
Okay. Because I'm like, what the hell's going on? I feel like the synopsis is about to spoil the whole goddamn show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
one of the first things
that's
that
the
you
setup?
like, even reading the manga as far as I got, in the synopsis they say to free the other players. There is no other players in the manga. So you have actually, I think there's one. I think there's one other one, but he's not introduced right away. So
okay, get out of here, my anime list. You're trying to spoil the show for me. Get out of here, you some bitch.
Yeah, I was like, well, kind of the confusion was that it's set up like Overlord, where they have NPCs that they were kind of associated with, and when he wakes up, he finds one. He finds like his person that he was like associated with, and then all of the other people that were in his guild, they all had their NPCs, and they're around, so they can see the NPCs and whatever. But we don't know at the beginning if there's other players, like even still in the game, because he didn't choose to go into the game like SAO. He woke up there like Overlord, so he's trying to find out mostly what happened. But he did get all of his like stuff back, so he's got like really OP gear. All of his skills are maxed out and whatever, like next level powerful. But he's not like flaunting his power. So even though he's really strong, he's not like annoyingly strong, you know?
Yeah.
So like,
so
it's really, it's like a good
the manga.
Yeah, I read, well, most of it. It was part of it. I think it's still ongoing. So I don't know how long it is, but I was missing chapters. But up to what I read, it was good. The art style was like a little like old schoolish, where it was like more sharp. It could have changed since then, but based off of the poster that I can see there, it does look like the animation is going to do a pretty good job of like holding that without making it like look old, you know? So it looks like they updated it a little bit for the art style, at least.
Yeah, no, the poster looked fucking sick, dude.
Yeah. So definitely do recommend that one if you can squeeze it in. I don't think it'll be like game changing or genre defining or anything, but it'll be like, it's nice. It'll be like a pretty good one. So if you got like time to watch it, definitely check it out. But if you're like, man, I ain't got time for all this anime, probably won't make the cut.
All right, I'm actually going to do something that I've never done. I'm going to make my anime list, and I'm going to try to keep up with some anime this season, even though I got a whole laundry list of anime that I haven't seen in a while, a bunch of anime on my list that I haven't watched that I need to finish, like Classroom Elite. I still got to start season 3.
Yeah, I watched too much stuff. I made mine like a decade ago because there was no way that I was keeping up with what episode was what at the time. And over the last 11 years or so, I've been updating every week. Every time I watch a series, updated it every time. So actually, Anime Planet tells you how long you've spent watching anime, and I think I hit 6 months of like, if I were to watch just anime without eating, sleeping, breaks, or anything, 6 full months of just anime is what I've seen.
You are an insane person, but that's cool. I mean, I love analytics. I love stats. That also means that you got a problem.
It feels like that's for how much I feel like I've watched. That feels so little.
I mean, true. I mean, I'm sure it's not taking into context everything that you watch, but also at the same time, it's just like there's a lot of life, and anime episodes over 20 minutes, so. I wouldn't be surprised. You just gotta look at it like that. It's just like if you were doing nothing else but watching anime 24 hours a day. So however many days 6 months is. I could easily do the math, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. So since 2013, I've been tracking it, and then even then, I just filled in what I had already watched. I have watched 12,714 episodes total. That's a lot.
It is indeed. Yeah, so again, as we just kind of talked over, there's a ton of new stuff coming up. Me and Vix will be watching as much anime this coming season, and also probably this past season as well, because there's a couple of things that I want to catch up on that I just missed out on. So we'll be talking about this probably. I don't know if we want to do like a midway season, kind of like halfway through the season, kind of come back and give like a follow up. Yeah, a follow up on what we've been watching, how it's been, what we're keeping up with, some of the shows that we dropped, and kind of discuss some of the new anime that's coming out this coming up spring season. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm sure there's going to be some sleeper hits. There's going to be some that we were hyped about that turned to garbage. I think it's going to be fun.
I have faith.
It always happens, dude.
I have faith. They won't do it this time. I don't think I dropped any last season.
I didn't watch much last season. I watched Mashal and Solo Leveling.
Rough.
I think that's about it.
Rough.
That's about it. It's Mashal and Solo Leveling. And Mashal, I started like halfway through season 2, so I don't fucking. I watched the first 2 episodes. I just been watching with random people, and they already in season 2. So I just be like, all right, cool, let's just go.
I would have to look up the list because for the most part I kept up, but Frieren was
Frieren as well
delayed, and then like this last week I watched all 12 episodes of Solo Leveling. I was content with what they did with it.
Okay, so then let me ask you this question before we go to Q&A to talk with everybody that's here listening to us live about what they're excited for. All right, so now that you've seen all 12 episodes, because this is a hot topic in the anime community, we're about to get controversial. What did you think of the Arise moment? Because you were one of the people who were like, they need to get this moment right.
I think while I was expecting like a Bankai moment where it just like reverberated through your soul, I think how he said it was good enough, but the speech that led up to it made it more powerful. So while it was good, I don't know if I would have gotten the chills like I did if he didn't do that. Like if he just kept saying Arise, then I probably would have been like, oh, well, that was all right. But because on the third one, he gave the speech to Igris, and the speech was really good, and the voice actor did a great job. And the speech, whoever voices Sung Jin-woo in the Japanese version, he's so good.
Yeah,
they really sent it to me. The power that I was expecting wasn't in the word, but it was in the build up, like you mentioned.
Okay, so that's what I was talking about, right? So again, I've heard about Solo Leveling throughout the years, and a lot of people say Solo Leveling is fantastic, and they recommended it to me, but I didn't want to read it. I was just like, oh, I'll get to it, whatever, and I was just forget like from time to time. Then when the anime was announced, I was like, all right, I'll watch it when it comes out. And everybody's like, yo, man, you got to watch it Solo Leveling. Oh my God, it's going to be so good. And I was like, okay. Because I'm not the type of person that when somebody hypes it up.
I was so skeptical too. I was like, this is one of the biggest opportunities. They are going to fuck it up. I was so sure. I was so sure.
I heard about Solo Leveling. I was excited for it. And I was going to watch it. So I was like, cool. It's in my brain. It's in my mind. I'm going to watch Solo Leveling. Then when the show started coming out, everybody was just like, all right, this moment that happens, they need to get it right. And I was like, I don't know what the moment is for the longest time. And they were like, he's going to say something. It's going to be like his Bankai moment. So I was waiting for it. And I was like, I don't know what it is that they're talking about, but I guess I'll figure it out. So then when I watched the last episode and it comes to it, I was like, oh, I think this is what everybody was talking about, the Arise moment. And it made sense with the mobile game or whatever the gacha game that came out is called, Solo Leveling Arise. I was like, okay, so this is a big deal, like this whole thing.
I think they did it correctly, though. I'm almost glad that they didn't put so much essence into Arise, mostly because it's not a combat word. He won't ever say it to like fight somebody. He says it.
That's what confused me.
Yeah, he's setting it up because it is like a storage term. So he does it to like command the shadow, but they're permanently in storage, and he doesn't need to say that to pull them out. Yeah, I think at some point he gets the ability to just do it at will, wherever. So even then, he will never have to say it, but you will hear him say it a couple times. And the first one was the most important one. That was what was going to be what cemented how important it made the person that he's getting feel. Because he will use it, like, you have to use it, and then he can just, like, get the whole room or whatever, like he did with the shadows. But he gets other shadows like Igris, and each time they will showcase the power that he holds when he uses that word. So
that was my thing, right? So when I watched it and I talked to some people about it, they were like, oh, I didn't really like it, or oh, it should have hit a little bit harder. And I was like, when I watched it, I was like, this shit was hype as fuck. Because the speech, okay, I don't want to get too much into spoilers, but I would think was like, he went and he got the power, and then he was using it, kind of setting it up for what it was, and then he also kind of like was talking through it because he was figuring it out on the fly as well. So when I was watching, I was just like, all right, this is cool, this is interesting, let's see what's going on. And then he does it for, what's his name, Igris? Igris. And, it doesn't go through. And so when he's doing the speech, I'm just like, all right, he's essentially
Imagine if it failed. Imagine if it failed on the third one.
Oh, it'd be fucking hilarious. I'm like,
that would have ruined the whole thing.
Trying to catch Entei or some shit, and they're like, oh, he broke out again. But no,
it's like you stop him from running away, and he uses roar and makes you run away, and you're like, what the fuck?
There's a moment in the episode that preceded it where he's like Sun Jin-woo is kicked into the throne because it's pretty much Igris is protecting the empty throne. So he kicks Sun Jin-woo into the throne. He's like slumped over in the fight.
Yeah.
And so when he's giving him the spiel, it's like he's like, hey, yo.
When I was watching it, I was ready for him to like hesitate because he was going to be like, oh, it was my previous master is reincarnated into this throne. But he was like, I'll fucking kill you right here. Don't fucking test your luck.
He beat the shit out of him. That fight was so fucking sick. But it's also cool because then it hypes up Igris as we're like, all right, now he got him. But
yeah,
my whole thing was like, when he was like, all right, he used the power or whatever, I felt like it put so much weight behind it to make it seem like, again, we talked about it with Isekai protagonists, it's just like, you don't want them to feel overpowered. Obviously Sun Jin-woo, we watching him train, we watching him level, we watching him grow stronger. That's
what makes him like super great is like he's the only one that can train. So they're showing it, and that's important. That's like his ability is the ability to level.
Yeah, so when you watch him get his shit pushed in and rock the previous episode, watch him go through all the hell and turmoil throughout that fight and then coming back to do a fucking survival game after that. And then once he gets the power to kind of subjugate the people who are just about to murder him, it's like that shit should mean something.
I thought that was funny that happened where he got the penalty area while he was about to get murked. And that time continued because at the end it says expected time exceeded. So he got the full 4-hour time frame included.
Oh, that counted to survival?
Yeah, because it mentions that the expected time frame was exceeded, and then he got bonus points for it. And the system is really good at knowing what his like capabilities are, but that time frame was counted because it didn't. The guys didn't leave; they were looking for him the whole time. Yeah. So the 4 hours. 4 hours counted towards it.
Cheating.
Yeah, I was like, it was an accidental cheat. Like he literally couldn't have not done it because he didn't do the daily training, and it just so happened.
He set up earlier in the last episode.
And then even to showcase the power of the dudes that he was fighting, he wiped the floor with those worms that he was having issues with before. So then he got like all healed up, and he's like, all right, now I can fight these guys. And then while he didn't have 10 million fatigue, he could actually showcase what he was doing. I can't believe they did that survival thing like right after the fight with Igris too. I was like, you're gonna lose. And twice dude needs to stop holding the stone in front of him and looking at it.
Yo, what the fuck, man? He's taking it out. I could use the stone to leave.
I need to use this right now. Do it!
Like, you can just think about it. I'm pulling it out.
Twice he drops the stone.
Butterfingers. I'm like, you fucking dipshit. But no, I love solo leveling. It's so sick. I'm so glad that what's her name? The like healer chick. I'm so glad that she's still around. She's awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that they let her like retire so she can go do whatever it was like with her family. What her mom said to her during that phone call that was kind of fucked up. Yo, so I was like, you just say that to your daughter like that?
Dude, solo leveling is so good. Solo leveling is so good. I'm so happy that it came out and it's as good as it was.
Yeah, me too.
There's been so many people that I've been talking to who have been so excited for it to come out, have been hyping it up incessantly. And I'm always happy when I can, get involved in something like that, where it's like, oh, the show came out that everybody's excited for. I can watch it, and then I can share in that joy with other people. Because, it always sucks when you're like, oh, I'm very excited for such and such anime or such and such show. And it comes out and you're like telling your friend, and then they watch it and they're like, this shit was garbage. This is not good as you are. I'm just like, oh, man, now I feel like a dumbass. Also, I hate your guts and I want to be friends with you no more. But,
how do you not like this? I thought we were friends.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if it's good or not. I liked it. That means you have to like it by default.
That's cool. But no, I'm very excited. And the fact that they already announced season 2 and that is coming out this year, I couldn't be more happy, man. I'm so excited for more Sun Jin-woo shenanigans as he goes through. Although I think it's hilarious that he was just like, I don't want people to know my skills and know my abilities. And then constantly, like, more and more people kept finding out because the motherfucker just go around doing cool shit. But it was super duper
He
sick.
is like keeping a lid on it though. The people that do know, none of them would be cool just like saying it. So like if anybody mentioned it, there's like 4 people that are left.
Yeah.
Like he was just murking people left and right, and it's like, well, you're gonna die anyway, so I might as well just showcase this. And then it was, what's his name, Singh, the guy that lost his arm. He was really chill about it. He like covered for him at the beginning and everything, and I was like, oh man, you're cool as fuck.
He's the best. He's the best. Everybody else, fuck them. All the people who were just like, hey, I gotta go see my wife and kid. Bye.
Yeah, the 2 dudes. I was like, damn.
I felt bad.
Kim didn't make it back, and he was just talking about how unlikely it was for something crazy to happen.
Yeah.
And then he gets fucking nuked by the association.
Let's go. Welcome. But yeah, in the first episode when they were making plans, like, we should go out on a date, treat me out to dinner, and everything like that, I was like, oh Lord, I don't know what's gonna happen in the show, but they all go down. Okay, this is just a little piece of advice from me, your boy Beautiful Krow. Never make plans. If you're going to do something important, or you're about to go do something, that's going to be a big journey in your life, never make future plans. Don't be 2 weeks from retirement. Don't be trying to like get married.
If you're 2 weeks from,
I can't wait to go back to my wife who at home with my kids. Never say that.
If you barely survived the traumatic experience and now you're at home having a fun time with your daughter, just stay there. Just chill.
Stay home.
Just fucking chill. Early retirement, just relax. It's cool.
Oh my god, that shit was so funny to me, and luckily the show did subvert some of my expectations. She got a bunch of trauma, but healing chick is still around, which I'm happy.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure she doesn't leave either. Like I'm pretty sure she stays like in contact, so they don't just like remove her from the story.
Well, that's good. I always like a good female protagonist. I'm also excited to learn more about
she's not gonna stay the like supporting character. She becomes like more supporting than main. Like right now she's really prominent because she's like Sun Jinwoo's like closest friend or whatever their relationship was. She will stay around in the sense that she'll like call him and whatever, but she is essentially removed from the story in the sense like she can't help him anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel like she gonna get the Sun Jinwoo, my boy, gonna upgrade to that S-class blonde hair fighter hunter or whatever. She looks sick as fuck, man. I'm so excited. Cool. And they only showed a little bit of her on like the first episode or whatever when she stopped that crime. I'm excited. I know that they're going back to Insect Island, which I'm sure that's going to be hell.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that so much. That's going to be amazing. I hope that's the next season. I can't remember the order, but if that's the next season, oh, it's going to be hype.
The thing that was crazy is that I forgot so much shit watching the show from like episode 1 and then going back and rewatching it with some friends. And be like, oh, I want y'all to watch Solo Leveling. And then seeing like all the things that I missed because I didn't either have the context for it, I didn't know who that character was, or I also just wasn't paying attention to certain stuff. Like seeing the rich kid, the rich dude in the first episode getting like,
oh yeah,
hunter shit. Seeing other things like that. Like I was like, oh, they set up a lot of stuff in the first episode with certain characters being around or things like that I just did not notice.
I like that they didn't make him like a total pansy either. Like, yeah, he's a D-rank hunter, but he isn't just like sit in the corner and cry the whole time. They made him relevant, like pretty like deeply important too.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's actually intelligent when it comes to business stuff. Like I know he's trying to show up his dad and his brother and do his own thing, and he's actually pretty competent and stuff is gonna be sick. Like I'm excited to see where he goes as well in his story because he's so integral to some of the bigger players and kind of like the high elite of the hunter world. Even though he is like the youngest son who doesn't really have his shit together. But I like that, like kind of like the political machinations of the Hunter Association that they're kind of delving in with the reporter guy that kind of got tipped off and is trying to like who spoke to Sun Jinwoo and all that stuff that happened. And then everything with his little subordinate, his lackey guy. Like all of that stuff is going to be super duper interesting, I think. If the show is as good as everybody told me is,
the guild president is cool as fuck too.
Dude,
all the characters that have had some degree of relevance so far, they mostly stick around, and they're all interesting and unique.
Okay, do we get more of old dude who's like had to retire from being a hunter, but then he trains and he's fighting the dude, he's doing all kind of cool shit?
Yes, you do get to see old man whoop ass.
Let's go! I'm so excited.
Yeah, It's gonna be cool. Are we in a Q&A section, or are we just
No, I'm just talking. I love anime, man. If you guys subscribe to this channel, you guys are about to find out.
I've been not answering chat because I was like,
I haven't, because we haven't switched over to Q&A. We're switching over to Q&A right now. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. I apologize immensely because we try to record the podcast, so we can't respond to everything in there. But thank you guys for sticking around. But yeah, if you guys want to answer or ask questions, you can do it in the chat. You can also do the command. It'll pop up on screen. Vix's is way more fancier than mine. Mine's like dog shit. I'll get it set up at some point. But yeah, what's up, everybody? But yeah, Insect Island. Do I want to know? I don't know. Like, that's another thing that they set up in the beginning of season 1.
No spoiler, but there is a very key like information bit that will come up towards probably the end of it, and it will give you like an entirely new perspective on the way that his powers work.
Oh, shit.
It is big.
I feel like the thing that was surprising to me is that they went to the island again before Sun Jin Woo kind of became relevant. I was like, oh, I figured that they would be setting that up for him to go.
They all got fucking shit on it.
I'm expecting that because the first episode, I totally forgot that they were all on the island, and the one red-haired dude with the glasses, he was like the magic dude who was there by himself, and like everybody got fucked. And then I was like, okay, and then they set it up where like we're going to go back. It was like a big loss or whatever.
Now they're having
back.
the squadron of S ranks going.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, obviously he's going to get strong enough to go with them, but they left without him before he became relevant.
We're still on solo leveling. We got a question from Symbiotic Nova. What's the one trash anime you really enjoy? I guess it depends on how you define trash anime. Like, is it trash because it's bad, or is it trash because it's like degenerate? There's one, I guess this is more of a guilty pleasure one, and then I'll think about like a more trash one. My guilty pleasure one was I fell in love with science, so I tried to prove it. I think that was what it was called. And the whole series was about the male and female protagonists. They were just like trying to prove that they loved each other using science. So they would do like weird experiments, like they would track heart rate, saliva production compared to other people who like are certain that they're in love. So they'll do things like that. And I was like, this is so cringe, but I love it.
I remember the name. I never watched it, but yeah, we're talking about solo leveling kind of, and just anime questions in general. Let me think. That's a good one. I'm trying to think. What would be a trash anime that I enjoy?
Usually, if it's like actually trash, I almost positively will watch it. Yeah, like almost certainly will just dump it.
Yeah, it's not a lot. Like, I'm trying to think what would be like. I mean, I will watch any shonen anime. Like, I will watch any shonen. And I'm sure there's a ton of them that people will be like, oh, this is garbage. Like, why are you watching this shit? Or this is a rehash of some other show. But I love shonen, man. And I can't think of one off the top of my head that was bad.
Give us an example of one that you Nova think was trash but enjoyable, so we can kind of get a grasp on what you're suggesting.
Like you said, like anything that I think would be bad, I just wouldn't watch, and I would delete it from my brain.
Yeah, it just hits the drop list.
Future Diary. So I didn't like Future Diary.
Oh really? Yes. I thought it was alright.
Like,
I can see somebody not liking
but it was another one that I got spoiled on. My friend was watching it, and I came over, and he just watched the end of the show right in front of me, and I was like, all right.
I will say, I know Cadet said it earlier, I also like Sword Art Online. Fuck the haters.
Oh, I will fight it.
I will fight.
I love Sword Art.
I love it. Even the second season that everybody fucking hates, I don't hate it. Like, I understand why people don't like it, but like that one, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
It's fine. But everybody
hates the bad guy because he's a little he goes a little too far. But that's the point. That was the point.
That's the point. Yes. And the thing that I liked about it is that Kirito beat the fucking dog shit out of him in the streets. I fucking love that shit. He beat the piss out of that boy live in front of everybody in the streets. It was awesome. Like, I really, really enjoy Sword Art Online, and I know a lot of people would say like, "Oh, it's garbage, it's trash, it's whatever." But I loved it, man. I loved it. And the Gun Gale Online season was awesome.
Oh yeah, I like the Gun Gale one.
About it, like SAO, Tokyo Ghoul, etc. I love Tokyo Ghoul. I'll put it up there. I love Tokyo Ghoul.
Wait, but those aren't trash though.
I don't know.
SAO, Tokyo Ghoul, those were both super popular.
I'm trying to think of something that was trash. Yeah, I'm so bad with this kind of stuff. What's a guilty pleasure?
Next, you're gonna tell me Soul Eater was trash.
I know, right? Does anybody remember Witch Hunter Robin? Does anybody give a shit about Witch Hunter Robin? I don't know if it's trash or not, but I love that shit. It came out on Adult Swim back in the day. It was around the time as like Wolf Rain and anime like that. I love Witch Hunter Robin. I don't know if it's trash, but I enjoyed it. I just don't think anybody watched it outside of like me.
Oh, I got one. I'm cheating and pulled up my list and I was just scrolling through and I was like,
yeah, I don't have a list to go back through.
There's one. This is absolute trash. Like this show sucked nuts, but it was funny. Combatants will be dispatched. It was so stupid. The guy, the like main character, he like tried to switch sides like 4 times because the other side was like, I'll let you touch my boobs, and he was like, sold. It was so dumb. Oh my God. But I wasn't ready for it. So when he kept doing it, I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah, I can't think of you know what? I'm gonna say it right now, Nova. You know what my guilty pleasure anime is? 7 Deadly Sins. But only because I only watched the good part.
Okay, I was like, if you've only seen season 1, it's not trash.
I've only seen season 1.
Actually, season 2 is fine. If you go, season 1 is really good. Season 2 is pretty good. Season 3 was like a filler season, so it wasn't like really season 3. And then season 4 was season 3, and that's where they fucked up. So,
you know what? I do have one.
Cadet, don't watch it. Read it. If you read it, it's really, really, really good.
Wait, does the manga stay good?
Oh yeah. The manga's good all the way through. I love it so much. That's why everybody's so mad about it sucking so bad, because in the manga it was so epic. I'm gonna send you a picture of one panel if I can find it. And I'll show you just how bad they fucked it up.
The Kirby anime right back at you. I did enjoy that. It was on 4Kids. It's so dumb, but I just love Kirby games. But my guilty pleasure anime is probably the Beautiful Joe anime. The anime sucks ass. That shit is garbage, but it's Beautiful Joe, and I love it. Captain Blue Jr., little dumb kid with the yo-yos. Like that shit is so fucking bad. But I love Beautiful Joe so much, dude. Another guilty pleasure will probably be the Bayonetta and Devil May Cry anime. Devil May Cry anime was garbage as well. Also, dude, now everything's coming back to me. The X-Men, I don't know if any of you guys seen this, but the Marvel anime like shows for like X-Men, Blade, Wolverine, like those shits were okay to poor, like bad, but I like them because I'm just a big Marvel guy. But yeah, most of them are garbage. Have you yet to watch 7 Deadly Sins? My Discord friends are all about Kirby. I do love Kirby.
Okay, I sent you the picture.
DMV.
I'm gonna see if I can find the anime frame that was the same one.
Okay, there is a Bayonetta and Devil May Cry anime. You sent it to me, DM.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they made it look really fucking stupid in the anime. It literally the epic moment is 1 second. It is 1 second long. They even specify that he gets weaker with each passing second, so it is 1 full second, and they fucked it up.
Damn. Stop extending my need to watch list. That's what the podcast is all about. Getting more people into some anime, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they drew them pretty all right.
Who's he fighting in this?
In that one, it's Zeldris, but the one they absolutely fucked up was against Meliodas. It was the one versus Meliodas is what it was called. And well, actually, it's Assault Mode Meliodas. Assault Mode Meliodas are cool as fuck too. And
I already have so much I need. I forgot some. I mean, that's just how it is sometimes.
They fucking ruined it. It's like cool ass little. His cloak of darkness was so badass, and then they ruined it.
Yeah, no, I've seen some of the frames of 7 Deadly Sins where it just looks so bad, dude.
Yeah,
it looks so ass.
And if they had not fucked up the one versus Meliodas, I would have forgave it all. I would have forgave the whole thing. I'd have been like, it's in the past. We've moved on. They fucked that one up too.
Damn.
And I was like, I'm so glad that I read this, because after the first one, I almost certainly would have dropped it. And then after the second one, that I would have never made it past the second one. I was like, this is inexcusable. And it's like, it's the type of so bad that you don't even have to know what it looks like to know that it was so bad. That's the worst part. I hate
Yeah,
it so
I don't think
much.
I'm ever gonna watch the rest of Seven Deadly Sins,
But you
but
should
if the
absolutely
manga's
read
good,
it.
I'll
Oh
read
yeah,
it.
you should
Yeah.
absolutely read it.
All I've seen is everybody talking about older Jericho, and I'm just like, oh lord.
Yeah, whatever.
And I'm just like, what the fuck is this
I mean,
shit?
it's no Merlin or anything.
Merlin. Oh, I'm not even talking about her looks. Talking about her apparently falling in love with Bond's kid or whatever the fuck. What's up,
Oh, what?
Phoenix?
I don't know about that. Bond's
Yeah,
kid?
I don't fucking know. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I'm just like, bitch, you old.
I didn't even. I was like, Bond never dies. So
No, I think he isn't dead. I just think he has a kid.
no, he can't. He literally can't. So,
Oh, but it maybe, I don't know. Maybe I've been lied to.
yeah, I was like,
This part has been fucking
Jericho.
animated.
Jericho. I feel like okay, this has been out long enough. But this, if you do care, this would be a spoiler a little bit. Jericho does fall in love with Bond himself, but Bond will never reciprocate because he loves Elaine, who he brings back from the dead. So
Welcome in, Phoenix. We are kind of just wrapping up or winding down the anime podcast, talking about some of the, or pretty much what we did was just talk about some of the upcoming anime that's coming out that we're excited for. And now we're just chilling and asking questions or answering questions that you guys answered.
All right, we got a question from Sora. Speaking of Meliodas, did you see the Demon King Meliodas not preceded by his dad? I've read the whole manga all the way through, but I have to look up what that looks like real quick. Jog my memory.
He does have a kid, or it's implied. It's something like that. All I saw was the panel of Jericho looking weird, and then saying that I love you, whatever the character's name is, Lancelot or something like that. I don't fucking know. But I don't know. I haven't watched it ever since. I really enjoyed the first season. When Meliodas grabbed the one dude's fucking like lightning spear that he chucked halfway across the world.
Oh yeah.
And Meliodas was just like, wait a minute. And he grabbed that shit and yeeted that shit back.
It was epic.
That shit was so fucking sick, dude. I was like, I don't care if he's a weird but I was like, dude, Meliodas was fucking sick there. Like that was so much fun. And then learning about the other 7 deadly sins and everything like that. It was a lot of fun. It was a shit ton of fun.
I don't remember the Demon King. He had a lot of forms.
He had a lot of forms.
Oh, boom. Here we go. I found, this wasn't what I was looking for, but I found the Meliodas versus the One.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, let me send fucking stupid this is.
All right, I'm waiting. You guys will be able to see my live reaction to whatever the fuck this is. Oh, what the fuck?
It's so bad. It's so bad. I literally cannot imagine how that made it through like any kind of like quality checking.
I want to understand.
So bad.
I'm sure some information will come out. Like that show was so fucking hype, and it seemed like it just fell off a fucking cliff, dude. Like I don't know what happened.
And usually I won't be like, yo, it's somebody specific, but dude, it had to be the animators that dropped the ball. There's no fucking way that it was anybody else. Like you could argue that it was like maybe publishing that tried to push it, but like why was that? Your artists then were like absolute trash. Then
either that or they were just rushed. They were just like, we can't even fucking produce this shit.
Even a rushed job, you can tell that it's like missing details, but that is just straight up like not even drawn correctly. So
it does look boring. Has anyone seen the Hellsing animes? Yes. Yeah,
so it's not like they were rushed through it and then they didn't get the ab creases or like the flowiness of the cape or something. They just straight up drew him like a bubble. And they were just like
kind of fun.
It was like the animators were like, oh, I got so little time. I'm gonna give this to my 5-year-old and just see what they can pull off. And then they were just like, send it.
Put it on the fridge.
You DM it to me? Okay.
But yeah, I watched Hellsing and I watched the majority of Hellsing Ultimate. I think I've seen all of it. I can't remember. It's so long ago. But yeah, Hellsing is sick. OVA had a good start, but Ultimate has somewhat a better end. Yeah, Hellsing Ultimate is really good. Most hated anime trope. In all honesty, my most hated anime trope is just the fan service shit, where the main character will fall over, land into some titties, or fall over, elbow deep into some pussy. I'm just tired of that shit.
I think the main reason that I also hate that isn't so much that it in itself is annoying. It's just that I want people to enjoy the show, and I know that will turn people off. And I'm like, I cannot recommend you this really great show because it will hit that check mark. That's why I had to like be really specific when I recommended Danmachi. I was like, look, the name is bad. I'm telling you it's bad, but it's not that bad. It's not that kind of bad. I'm telling you, trust me, it's so good.
That's why you call it Danmachi.
Yeah. Because the first time I recommended it to somebody and said, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? They always give you this look like, what are you recommending to me right now? I'm like, no, I know what I just said. Believe me, it is not the same. What up, Zoop?
We got a couple people. We got clueless main character in a romance anime. I mean, that's just realistic. You telling me that you guys know when a woman is hitting on you, giving you the signals, the signs? Not a joke, but no, it is annoying as hell. The power of friendship. I mean, yeah, that is old trope. Where just always just like,
no, wait a minute, but that's like classic anime though. You gotta love it. It's like if they do it dumb. Okay, I'm gonna shit on Fairy Tail a little bit, even though I love Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail's so dumb. They are literally death's door. They have no hope of winning, and then they're just like, my friends believe in me, and then new ability, and I'm like, ugh,
yeah, no, that's terrible. That's terrible. But yeah, the power of friendship is rough. Yes, Halsey is amazing.
I think even in Fairy Tail, the worst one I can think of was actually Erza did it against I think it was Tauros, the Dark Guild, and it was this tree guy, and he was just absolutely wrecking her shit. It was like not even remotely close, and then she was like trapped down under the tree roots and whatever, like bound to the trunk, and then she's just like, but friends, and then she just like busts out with her requit magic, and then uses this blade that I guess is stronger than the rest of them, and then beats him in one shot. And I was like, come on.
Yeah,
I would have been like fine if it was somebody came in and helped her, but like if she just like busts out with a magic type that doesn't deal damage and then uses that magic to deal more damage, I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, sometimes the writers can be fucking lazy.
The real question is which Blue is superior. Brave Master's Blue has to be more superior because he was actually used. The only time Blue did anything in Fairy Tail was when he got stuck in Lucy's ceiling.
But yeah, I personally hate the tsundere trope. Like, sure, she could beat the shit out of you, but it's cool because she's cute. Nah, fam. What do you mean? Domestic abuse is great. But no, I mean, it's like...
That's a joke. That's a joke. Bod watchers, that's a joke.
That's a joke. That is a joke. But no, I mean, it is. I mean, that was a huge thing in anime for a long time. I mean, it kind of still is. I feel like it's kind of died down, or maybe it's just anime and I'm not watching anymore. But yeah, it was the whole thing, especially like in anime like Full Metal Panic, where just like main character does something dumb. Girl pulls out the fucking paper fan, slap the shit out of him, or
I love that. I love that.
Sakura just goes, Naruto says some dumb shit. She just fucking right hook to the goddamn wall. I was like, Jesus. I mean,
the paper fan one is hilarious,
paper fan
but
was
like,
fine.
Well, I mean, like, I think they're hilarious when they get like sent 10 million miles and bust through the wall. I think that's hilarious.
Have fun camping Usagi. Baka. I mean, I never really thought of it that seriously, so I didn't really care.
Yeah.
But yeah,
like obviously,
it can be annoying.
Obviously, I know beating people up in real life is not good. But like, we're not watching real life; we're watching anime. Like,
yeah.
When they
really
get up seriously after that and they're like spouting blood out of their forehead, it's like, obviously that's bad. But like, just to like showcase the damage that was done is like kind of funny.
Yeah. Again, for comedic value, but again, like most tropes is done to death and you get bored of it. Your favorite character or creator form, Helsing, is Alucard. I mean, that's like his ultimate form.
Creator form?
I don't know what creator form is. Or are you trying to say character from? But yeah, have fun camping, enjoy the eclipse, look directly into it. I'm sure nothing will happen. No, don't look directly into it. Please tell me you got glasses. Please tell me you got glasses to watch the eclipse. Man, your eyeballs ain't gonna blow out. Abuse Me Hard at Erza. I think I read that one. But yeah, Zoop, I love me some Erza. I love how they set up Erza. It's like she's way stronger than like everybody. But then she's like the lowest rank of like the S tiers or whatever. Like she beats the shit out of Natsu and Gray and them. And then she's like, yeah, she's super strong, but then she's also kind of weak. I love that.
We got a question from our resident artist, Didgeridookie. She asks, if you could have any power from an anime, what would it be? Okay, so I have 3 answers. My third one I have to kind of think about a little bit more because I know it won't be the same as the first 2. But if I want to just win, like if my objective is to win a fight, Shiro Bancho Man, Fire Force, he just like can't be beat unless you're like Sailor Cosmo. I think Sailor Cosmo is the strongest anime character ever. So like,
wait,
aside from
who's that from?
Sailor Moon actually like evolves into Sailor Cosmos, and then just like breathing is creating and destroying universes. But that's like that's kind of like the this is the best power you could ever have kind of thing. But if I wanted more like a realistic power that like made it so I still had to do some work, I really like Gluttony from Slime. His ability to like add to his arsenal is dope. I think that's like super cool. And then he like can manifest the powers in different ways, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah. Other than that, like those are the 2 main ones. I know there's one that I would have that if it was like super goofy, I would have it, but I'd have to look through my list and be like, oh, what do I have? So
I guess I'll give my 2. So I'll do my normal one and I'll do my broken one. So my normal one would probably be Sunjin Woo's from Solo Leveling. Just being able to train and kind of gamify life and then like grow from it. I think that would be fucking sick. Like obviously I'm going to the gym now and I feel like Solo Leveling came out at the perfect time because I've been working out personally, trying to improve my strength.
I'm gonna ask you that again in 6 episodes into the season 2. In season 2, I'm gonna ask you that again.
Oh Lord, what the hell?
And see if that's still the answer.
But yeah, I would love to like just do push-ups, sit-ups, work out, and be able to see those tangible effects and get stronger and stronger and stronger. Because I think that would be fucking cool. And you get a bunch of cool abilities and stuff like that. And again, I like exercising. It's fun lifting heavy shit. And then my broken one would probably be the spiral powers from fucking Gurren Lagann.
They're not even broken though. They're just like.
But it's cool.
They're cool. Those aren't broken.
Robots.
Like Shiro Bancho Man literally stops, creates, and destroys time on a whim.
Yeah, that's boring.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, it is, but that's broken. Yours ain't broken. You're just a strong dude.
Mine is fucking sick. I want to drive a big dumb robot with a drill on his hand and fucking drill breaker everybody throughout the cosmos. I think that'd be fucking sick, dude. So those are my 2. We also got another question from the boy Gearhead6512. To add another question, which power system would you bring into the real world? It seems like everyone has it.
Oh,
I don't know. Probably
got
ninjas,
the perfect one.
Chakra.
And I actually got one that's better than Chakra because Chakra kind of sucks. Alchemy.
Okay, alchemy would be sick.
If everybody has to have it, alchemy would be the dopest. Because everybody
human transmutate shit though.
I mean, you win some, you lose some, you know?
What do you mean?
You trying to say people with chakra wouldn't just go around killing people? At least they get punished. At least they get punished if they try to use human transmute.
I mean, I guess that's true. But then they got sick powers where they can just clap and do stuff.
Ain't waking up without a foot. Well, don't do any human transmutation. Won't be a problem.
Yeah, be a good girl, Duke. Totally fucking human transmute things. Dead unlock power. So that's one that I need to watch.
Which one, Swan? You talking about the power system? Because that power system is and the probably main reason that you wouldn't want that power system to happen is not only does not everybody get that, in order to unlock those power, you have to go through a horrendous tragedy. That is how you unlock the power, is by having a horrendous tragedy. And there's only like only a small portion of that world has it. If it was a power system that was provided to everybody, that means every single person on Earth that lives would have to go through the worst tragedy of their life to get this power.
Oh my god.
I can steal inches off people with alchemy. What the fuck?
Well, fuck. You can't human transmute, you cock. I want a leveling system for solo leveling because you have to work put effort. Yeah, no, that's fucking sick, dude. I mean, granted, it only works that way for one person. That's only I would want Sunjin Woo's power specifically. Everybody else, you just kind of get like a default level, and you guys stuck like that unless you get a second awakening or whatever.
That's not entirely true, Swan.
Well, I don't know future
that,
shit.
I was like, that's a spoiler, so I can't really go into it. But that's not entirely true. Fuko is just forcing the tragedy to be avoided. And she can only do that because she already knows what it is. So unless somebody knows the future of every single person on Earth, they're fucked. So...
Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck Saitama's power is. He just worked out and unlocked. Pretty much he just released his limiter. That's Saitama's whole thing. He releases limiter and now he's just the strongest motherfucker ever. And I love One Punch Man. The manga is so good.
If the Undead Unlock power system was brought into real life, there would be like 25 people left.
Before I go, the power would be Madara Uchiha's. You want to get fucking a kick against Kai?
Chakra.
Yeah. I mean, again, the Naruto power system would be cool. You can do so much cool shit with I just love Naruto. You can do so much cool shit with chakra. But yeah, obviously a bunch of people would be assassinating and murdering each other. But it would still be sick. I think chakra is very versatile and cool. Other than that, man, the fucking Nin, like Nin from Hunter x Hunter is very versatile as well. It would be very fucking cool. I love Hunter x Hunter. I think that would be another good power set.
The things that I would not like about the two of them, and they both would have the same issue, is I can't have all of it. I would be randomized into something that I may or may not like.
Unless you become a specialist.
I would be randomized into something that I may or may not like. If I'm like, I could be a specialist and then I get reinforcement, I'm like, wait, I don't do reinforcement stuff. Then I'm just shit out of luck. What if I want to change? What if I want to make it different?
Well, sucks to suck. Get more and better. If it's a cheat, but I prefer Dragon Ball power system. I mean, Ki would be fucking sick. I mean, be able to fly would just be awesome by in itself. And then just be able to train would be also sick.
What the hell are you saying?
Technically, everyone can become a cosmic scale. The missile knows where it is at all times. Knows this because it knows where it isn't. That's a reference to something. I'm blanking on it now.
Sounds like a movie.
No, it's some quote for something about and I forget what it is. Nova, what is it? All right, we got another question from Swan. Fine, here's a question. If you could, why y'all asking questions all fucking passive aggressive?
Fine.
Like, all right, fine. I got a question for you. But if I could use one jutsu or style of Naruto, what would it be? I would 1,000% just have like.
I would
either be like.
I would make life really fucking hard for myself because I would pick Wind because I don't feel like they gave Wind like a good representation in the show.
Shit.
Yeah, I was like, her abilities are interesting, but she's the only one to use it other than Naruto's Rasen Shuriken. I was like, okay, I would take Wind style just so I can see what the fuck else they can do.
Well, you got Asuma. Asuma also does wind shit with the wind chakra like kunai thing fist.
Yeah, and it was like the little chakra daggers was an interesting use of his chakra shaping. And that's the only time. That's the only time you see Wind do anything. Otherwise it's Tamari's Kamaitachi every fucking time misses. Every single time.
I would either have like Hyuga power set. I think Hyuga shit is fucking cool.
I wonder what their general chakra nature is in the Hyuga clan. Do they ever say?
I don't know actually. I don't think so, and they never really go into it. It's mostly just the chakra point shit. Hitting them other with 64 palms and just poking them in their titties. I think that'd be fucking sick.
It's a literal chi blocker.
That's how guidance missiles work. Okay, I heard that before, Nova, and I was just like, what the fuck is that from? And yes, dude, she did ask very politely. I'm just talking about Gear and Swan. And they were just like, all right, here's a question. I was like, y'all can just ask a question. But no, I don't want to be no Chiha. And also, wait, it was something. Oh, JJK. I would not want to fucking have the JJK shit. I don't need no real life Sukunas running around. Fuck that.
Give me the Rinnegan.
Oh my goodness.
That's not a style. You would. I love the one that you would have to randomize into stuff. It.
I mean, like if you had any like skill set of a ninja, I mean that's pretty much what fucking Shinobi Strikers is. But even
you don't have Rinnegan and Shinobi Strikers.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying like that's pretty much what you have people's moves essentially. Like that's the whole dealio is that you just have people's moves and you equip them to yourself. That's pretty much what we talking about now.
I would do mine. Music. I would do mine just so that I could like find out what was different. Because I don't like what they showed in the show for Wind. It was like literally just Rasen Shuriken was the only thing that was any good.
Yep, it was like Ross and Sure. I'm trying to think because the dude who had the 4 hearts, he had wind jutsus.
His was just like a cannon.
Yeah, pretty much his wind cannon. That was it.
I was like, that's so basic. It's just a puff of air. Come on.
I'll be Mike Guy. I fucking the green beast of Atlanta, and then I'll die. You open up all 8 gates. Here, one last question. What would you absolutely not want to have power set wise? I mean, what's a shit power?
Okay. I don't know if you consider this a power, and I will give you a different answer if this one is not good enough.
Oh, okay, yeah, you go. I'll rant.
Dororo. What in Dororo? There is the guy who his like ability is sensing the demons that stole his like organs. Yeah. So he has no skin, no arms, no legs, no eyes. But he can only see the demons because they stole his organs. So
yeah,
that's like his power. That would suck ass. I would hate that.
But yeah, quirks would be terrible because if I wake up one day, I'm like, oh, I'm turning 4, and then my head turns into a fucking spray bottle, a fucking Windex. I'd be fucking furious.
Oh yeah,
I'd be so fucking furious. I'm like, this is ass.
Hey, appreciate it, Black
with
Magic.
The motherfucker follow. But yeah, no, quirks would be garbage because that's really is a gamble. That's a super gamble. Invisibility girl from My Hero, like being invisible all the time, kind of sucks. It does. And then she's literally butt ass naked the entire time as well.
So I think quirks wouldn't be that bad. Like it would be bad initially when you just manifest your power, especially things like invisibility. But I would never be totally distraught because you know from the society built around you, there's a way that you can either like manifest or support this ability. There are people that build these support items, so you can always have some degree of hope that like your thing is fantastic or can be. Like Mirio falls through the earth. And like imagine when he was 4 and he just slipped into the earth's crust. So like that would suck, but now he's like great. I would love to have his power as it is.
You just gotta train,
then,
sucker.
So it would be rough, but not bad.
But yeah,
that gives me so much anxiety. I was just thinking Mirio just slipping into the fucking earth crust.
But no, D, I get it that people don't like My Hero. I enjoy My Hero. I actually like it. There's some
I like
bits,
My Hero too. I cannot.
Yeah, there's some bits where it kind of has dips, but then like Horikoshi would just come out of nowhere with like an amazing fucking like run of chapters. What's up, all?
I appreciate the follow, but you're wrong.
Hey, you ain't got no room to talk, Mister. I don't like Cowboy Bebop.
That's because Cowboy Bebop shit.
You are fucking insane.
There was another one earlier that there was another one earlier that I was like holding in that I knew everybody liked, and I was like, oh, I don't want to say that I don't like it.
Say it now.
I don't remember what it was. I'd have to go back to the recording. Actually, I think it was thinking of SAO, and I was like, everybody hates SAO now. It was so cool, like when it came out, and then everyone just like flipped on it, and I was like, hey, you guys are just haters. I like it.
I enjoy still. The second season was just annoying because I really like Asuna, and then they kind of just sidelined her. I was like, this is ass. I really liked her.
Yeah, like her in the Holy Knights or whatever the fuck, the Blood Oath. Yeah, she was cool as fuck.
She was awesome, man. I like the fact that both of them, like her and Kirito, were both fucking sick in their own regards.
The switch mechanic made it feel pretty dope, where they would like take turns. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Only good SAO season is 1. 3 is really good. The Gun Gale Online season with Shion, like, I really like that.
One is a solid like 9 out of 10, and then 2 can go down to like a 6. It's fine, and then season 3 Gun Gale goes back up to like an 8.
Mm-hmm.
So like
that's
it's
a whole
fine.
different show. Like sure, Shangri-La is better.
I mean, first of all, Shangri-La had 20 something years on SAO, and actually, the people who animated Shangri-La probably grew up on SAO, right? So
he's literally the embodiment of all nature, a direct conduit of the green.
Second of all, Shangri-La, there's no danger in Shangri-La. Like you can log out whenever.
Oh wait, Shangri-La is like a game?
Yeah, the guy is a trash gamer, so he just picks up any terrible game until he gets to Shangri-La, and then Shangri-La is like the best game. And then it's basically just like choosing to go in and out of a game world. He actively logs out several times. So like you're not worried. He's not gonna ever almost die. That's not gonna happen. He does actually die multiple times. And it's like there is in-game punishments or whatever, but nobody it's fucking whatever. It's in-game punishment. And then the dude is just like,
Okay.
okay, now I got to think about this, and then he just logs out. So
Okay. So, it's not
So,
like
like-
you die in the game, you die in real life.
yeah, none of that.
Okay. Alamo Run of Swamp Thing is goated. Not a nodders. I mean, true.
There was an episode of Batman the Animated Series where a guy started doing that, and it traumatized me for years. Oh, slipping
Like
through the
falling
ground.
through the earth.
What was that?
I'm trying to remember what episode is that.
The animated series? I don't.
Yeah,
I
I was
didn't really
re- I
watch
was
the
doing a
Batman
rewatch.
series.
Yeah, I was doing a rewatch, but I don't think I got to the episode.
I want to just. Oh, break man.
Oh.
Gear was what was the other manhwa that you sent me that was the April Fool's joke? You were the one that sent it to me, and I can't remember the name of it.
Oh yeah, that did happen. I think the guy falling through the earth was Batman Beyond. Okay, maybe I just don't remember it. It's been so long. I haven't rewatched Batman Beyond since it originally came out when I was like fucking
Batman
1
Beyond
year
was
old or some
sick.
shit.
Beginning
The
after
beginning
the
after
end.
the end.
Yeah.
Okay, that was April Fool jokes that was getting anime.
Yeah. That was the April Fool's joke. Yeah.
No, okay.
And I was like, this is the third time they pulled that shit, but they also did it with solo leveling. So I think they're like, what do you think of this one?
Oh my god.
JK.
JK. Fuck April Fools. I know.
I know.
Do we
It's
consider
so
Batman
dumb.
Beyond an anime? I don't. I mean,
I think that's
I'm
more
sure-
cartoon
yeah.
than anime.
I was like, I would, I know like I know I say that like Avatar: The Last Airbender is anime. Or honorary
Avatar
anime.
is like unique in the sense that I think everybody can just agree that Avatar is like an honorary anime, where it's not an anime in the traditional sense, but it was like it fit all the themes well enough that it was like, okay, you can have
Yeah.
this one. You're welcome here.
Say the worst power is Mega Me's explosion magic. I have the power of the nuke, but I can only use it once a day. I mean, yeah, but I think
that
that's
wouldn't be the
mostly because
worst.
Mega Me just sucks.
Yeah, I mean that's not the worst. There is somebody who has explosion magic in that show who is wildly OP. So
I need to catch
I
up.
don't know.
Also, Snowman is anime. Nova, what are you on?
shut up, Nova.
Avatar is really good. I need to finish the comics because I was reading the comics and they're also
I
really
want to
good.
read the comics, but I'm like,
They're so good, dude. They're so good.
They keep talking
Like-
about things in the comics, and I'm like, I didn't know. Why did they not add all this stuff? They could have kept going with the series for like a million years. Everybody would have been happy because
All right,
the
so
comics
Ben-
are still good.
Yeah, the comic books were fucking sick, dude. I will not say Ben 10 is anime.
Wait, didn't Ben 10 actually get an anime though?
Did it?
I think so.
It was animated in Japan. Since that's the thing, is like, is it just being animated in Japan is what makes it anime, or is it all the Japanese culture and stuff like that? Same people as
So
Astro
when
Boy.
we typically talk about anime, we are just shortening Japanese animation.
Animation. Sure.
So if it was
Yeah, that
made in
wasn't a term.
Japan, then technically it is an anime. However, it may or may not fit all of the like anime requirements, but there are anime that also don't. Like we've seen Shin-Chan. That shit is
Yeah.
not. That shit is not anime.
I think
but it
I
is
consider Ben 10
anime.
anime. It's really good, man. I mean, a lot of anime aren't even animated in Japan anymore. You know, it's outsourced
Ben
to
10
different places.
Alien Force was the Japanese animated version of it. That came
See,
out on
I would say
Cartoon
Boondocks
Network.
is anime. I would say Boondocks is anime.
I would like Boondocks enough. I would give it that. Boondocks was sick.
Boondocks is fucking
The
awesome.
only reason that I would say Boondocks is not an anime is because,
They ripped off Naruto fight, though.
well, not even that. It's just like the Japanese culture is like not super friendly to some other races.
That's
so-
why I say it's anime. Fight me on it. Afro Samurai, yeah, sure. Japanese animation. Frosty was animated in Japan. Nova, stop staring at me. Who lived the worst life? The main character Konosuba or the main character ReZero?
One of these podcasts is going to be coming up with a list that qualifies as anime.
Yeah,
You
we
can't
could
just
do
be
that.
like, it was made sometime 85 years ago over there, and just be like, that's an anime. No, it's not.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. I was like, Guts is way worse, but that's not the question. But yeah, I would say Subaru. Kazuma, I mean, I haven't watched all the Konosuba, so I don't know if he goes through like fucked up shit, but fucking Subaru goes through horrendous shit. Like,
Subaru's power would suck.
yeah, his powers is garbage.
I would hate that because he doesn't even get anything nice out of it. He just gets to try to suck a little less every time.
Yeah, if I want video game powers, I want Sun Jin Woo. I do not want to be fucking having a save state that's gonna fuck me.
That is Batman Beyond, I can tell. The first frame.
Yeah, no, his life is fucked.
Peak. The guy's name is Ian Peak. He just like slips through the earth.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Batman Beyond in so fucking long.
Yeah, he looks like he's molecularly falling apart and he just starts slipping through the floor.
That sucks. We just lock some kind of primal fear in fucking Dukes. Another fun anime system in the magic system in the regular in Magic High School.
I don't even understand the magic system in that. It's like it is technology, but is not technology. Like some people can use the technology, but like other people can't use the technology. I don't get it. Why doesn't everybody just have one of those sick phones?
I don't fucking know. And yeah, no, he did get ate up by rabbits. That shit was fucking horrible when I saw that shit.
Science
Wait,
tech
no,
and
it's a
magic in
game,
one.
but it's hardcore plus. Most of the time, he does it to himself. I mean, it's still horrible shit that you go through.
Oh yeah,
it's basically science tech and magic in one.
I feel like there are other series that also do that just fine. There's just like some things that I feel like are inconsistent in that show. It's like why doesn't everybody just have one? I think they explain it away by saying it's expensive, and I'm like, if you told me that I could create a blizzard because I bought a phone, I would find a way. I would find a way.
They got a mortgage.
We got another question from Didgeridookie. This will be probably our last one. I see Crow's getting ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Anime that started out amazing but crashed and burned. 7 Deadly Sins. We've been talking about it the whole time. 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else has crashed and burned quite as hard as that one.
We kind of were talking about that earlier with other shows like Darling and Franks and everything like that. But yeah, 7 Deadly Sins started out so fucking promising. I was so hyped that I was even ignoring all the weird shit with Meliodas, but then that shit just went straight to hell. Straight to hell.
One that definitely went away that I don't like, that could have been really cool, was Assassin's Pride. It started off.
I haven't seen that.
It started off. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
It started off pretty good. It had the potential there, but it got really, really pedophilic really fast.
Ooh.
And I was like, this is rapidly becoming uncomfortable. And it wasn't even just like it wasn't even just like the mentor dude was like just teaching the girl relatively closely, but they started almost making out multiple times, and she's like 11 and he's like 30 something, and I'm like
yes, FBI, go find that man. Go find that man. Kill
I was
him.
so mad because the dude's ability was good, and then the power system was interesting, and then they made the connections between the characters that were pretty interesting, and then they were just like, by the way, you wanna date the child? You were so close. It was literally all you had to do is not try to get with a child, and that's it. You had it. And you fucked it up.
But yeah, I would say those 7 Deadly Sins and whatever the fuck that anime was that I'll never watch or read.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the 3rd episode of the DNAnime podcast. Episode 2 will be up Monday. I will say Monday around lunchtime, because I'm literally probably going to listen to it either tonight or tomorrow. And then when I get off for break, I'll go through and I'll publish it. And then I'm going to work on, if you guys want to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can watch the episodes live and support the boys, you can. You can hit that link in either me or Vix's chat, and then go subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll be posting up the episodes on there. The first episode is up already. If you guys missed it, you can listen to it. The 2nd episode will be going up Monday, and the release schedule for the audio and visual podcast will be on Mondays. I will be setting up the audio version of the podcast this week as well. I'm going to try to get it done as soon as possible. I just got to edit the audio and then get it up. I already have the Podbean RSS feed set up. I just got to pay for it. Boo. Welcome back, Usagi. But yeah, we're going to get everything set up, and thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Again, I know that it's kind of jarring because we're doing it live, but we're not really responding to chat.
We appreciate
Even though
everybody
Vic slipped
sticking
up a
with us,
couple
though.
times.
Glad you guys are talking amongst yourselves and as well as responding to our statements, even though we are not responding back. We appreciate it. Don't forget that if you do like what you see, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, and then leave a comment down below because it does help with the algorithm. Just put your favorite little emoji in the bottom. And
yeah, spam an emoji, say hello. Everybody just imagine I said America, yeah, and then y'all say hello in the episode.
like, comment, and subscribe.
Comments.
Leave your favorite
like,
emoji
comment,
down
subscribe.
below.
Shit, we should be saying that, man. These YouTube videos, we actually got to say it.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're figuring it out. I'm not a fucking YouTuber guy.
But we're gonna head on over to Krow so we can get started with his
Bless you.
his Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. We're gonna stick around and see who becomes the king of games over there. So everybody enjoy your time over there, and I will see everybody on Tuesday. Don't look at the schedule in my Discord; it is currently wrong. So
Yeah, I gotta work on mine as well.
I will see everybody then. Out.